thicker the pie, thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet them a buy, now Lisa no beamer, I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and I'm way up and made it, the mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Leonard Fournette, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Prescott on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Brian 38. Brian 38. Flex round. Flex round.
To throw is King. Looking to throw on second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Now King throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Blair Brown in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Philip Dorsett by himself. Touchdown, Jaguars. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching it, and ended up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's two sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great, D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. What? 90.
Off play action. King. Caught on the right side by Jones. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio.
Back to throw. King. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Grand 38. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's King throwing on 1st down. He's going to float this one. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. In for the score. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Buying time, and a big loss here as he's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
On play action, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Looking to throw. Prescott steps away to his left. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how they're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Let's go. What? None. Ohio.
King to throw again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are in for 6.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Point after, right down the middle. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And an alley to run. 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. King now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. To throw is King. Off the play fake. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change.
Philip Dorsett by himself. Past the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go.
Now King to throw on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Off the play fake. King. Throw left side complete. It's Perry. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he will find his man on the outside. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw. King. His throw incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
Here's King off the bootleg. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Daniil Hunter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Jaguars getting set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now he'll let it go deep over the... He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. King looking to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
King now on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
To throw is King. Throwing on first down. Buying time to his left. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. King flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now King throwing again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. In for the score. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Prescott now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Play action now. Prescott. $11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down throw for Prescott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Philip Dorsett on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down, King. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! What? 90!
Here's King. A final shot before break. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Here we go! What?
Now a play fake here on first down. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that'll be incomplete. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Off the play fake, Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Ohio!
King to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. There he goes right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going backwards. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Prescott. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Prescott now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And fights him off. Steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He'll get it up the middle, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Prescott now, escaping the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage is excellent downfield.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Ohio!
King now. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
To throw is King. Throwing on third and long. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Deion Jones in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He'll take it at the 42. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Prescott off play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Prescott. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing on first down. King firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing on 3rd and long. King dancing to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Marcel Darius in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talked about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now King on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Let's go. 190.
Here's King. Off play action. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. King. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down.
And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
King on 3rd and 2. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Daniil Hunter in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Ohio! Ohio!
King now looking to throw on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Eyes on 10! Eyes on 10!
To throw is King, operating from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. King. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hey, watch it! Watch it! Flex round! Flex round!
Now King. From the gun, he'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Flex round!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Here's King on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, King. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
26.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Fournette, a 1st down, still going. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A handoff to Fournette, and some room to maneuver. Fournette fighting through. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Still going. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
To throw is Prescott. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. That's how it, Charles. You play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it on the other side.